Okay, everybody, I'm out here today getting ready to rain. I thought I'd take a break and I wanted to show some basic things about the Etrac, and I'm always getting questions about my settings and stuff, and people seem to think that there's some kind of magic settings, and there's not. I mean, out of the box in the stock coin program you can find coins 10 inches deep. This machine is amazing, but I will show you the few changes I do make. And I'll show you some basics of the machine. And the first thing you want to do, turn your machine on. You hear it beep, Etrac screen. Now we're set on the preset coin program. And what I'm going to do, this is how I usually change it. I mean, it all depends, but I'll show you. Click on your menu button, go to expert. Now I hunt with recovery deep on. Some guys don't, and they still find deep coins. I really don't know the difference. I believe with it on, it will change your numbers a little bit, can affect your numbers, especially with deep on and recovery fast. I don't care. It makes me feel better to have it on. I don't really know if it helps that much. Next thing I do when I'm hunting old coins, usually they're going to be in some trash, so I turn my recovery fast on. And I also do trash density high, and you always want your ground to set to difficult. And that is basically all I do. Now, go to there, go back to your detect button. Raise your machine a foot off the ground, and then you press your noise cancel button, which is right here, and just hold the machine, hold your coil a foot off the ground as still as you can. The screen actually shows you that it's going through you know, what percentage of it's done, and when it's done it'll make a loud beep and you're ready to go. And that's my basic settings. And I'll show you a few other things here too. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you a few other settings I mess with from time to time depending. Go to your menu, go to audio, volume gain. I will put that up as high as 29. And what that does is it amplifies your deeper signals, your deeper targets. I'll change that to 29. I'll go down to tone ID, hit your right arrow, come down to variability, and I'll move that up. And I'll go as high as 29. Now you have to be careful with variability. The higher that is, sometimes you'll get more falsing off of iron. And there's a trick to that though. Let me go ahead and hit my button. Let's say, and I'll try to find an example out here today, but one of the things you can do if you've got an iffy signal, I'll hit my quick mask. I've got it wide open, hopefully you can see that, and if I got an iffy signal and I go to my quick mask and it's jumping down here in the bottom right, anyone I've ever dug like that has been iron. So, and iron usually won't, you won't get a signal sweeping two different directions. With that setting, you might get it coming, a piece of iron sounds good one way, but rarely does it sound good both ways. But like I said, all you got to do is hit that quick mask, and it should be down there in the bottom right hand corner if it's iron. If it's up middle or over in the corner, take a chance and dig it, and but your tone should be good. Now, you know, the only other thing is, the reason it would only you'd only have a good signal one way is if there's iron or something else next to it. But this machine will actually see through a lot of the iron. But sometimes you'll have two targets. I think I've dug 2 or 3 silver coins that I could only get a signal sweeping over one way. Usually even with iron or something else close by, this machine recovers from each target so quick that usually you can get both. Well, I'll get back to you. I'm going to get detecting, and if I find anything, I'll let you know. And if I come across some signals, I'll show you how it works. Okay guys, I'm back. I wanted to show you, I got a good signal here. I don't think it's deep enough to be silver. It's only about 5 inches, but it sounds really good. It's probably a quarter, might be a dime. It's kind of jumping back and forth between the two. But I wanted you to hear this tone, and it sounds really good when you've got your variability set up higher on coins. The coins will sound better, and here's what it sounds like. Now we're showing about 5 inches on that. A lot of people don't like the depth on how the depth works. It doesn't have numbers. It's very simple. This is represents 12 inches. Halfway down to 6 inches. I mean, it's really simple. I don't know why people have such a hard time with that, but it's very simple. But you heard how good the tone sounds with the variability set up at 29 right now. I went back over it both ways. I get a good signal. I'm staying at like 1244, 1444, 46. It's jumping between dime and a quarter. I'll dig this, and I'll get back with you.